Now, before we get into this, I would just like to say my voice is very worn out. I'm feeling a bit ill. It's not corona. I got tested. And yeah, let's get into the video. Have you ever noticed how inconsistent the numbers on these videos are? Maybe they're a good way of telling how interested Zach is in certain franchises compared to others. If you want to know my final opinion on CzsWorld's web series, Things You Missed, then stick around to the end of the video. Welcome to the Paleotube, and today we're talking about CzsWorld, specifically Things You Missed. Back when I was looking for good horror channels to watch, example, Dead Meat or Crypt TV, I stumbled upon a web series named Things You Missed. I thought it was an interesting idea for a show, until I found multiple different shows on the internet. But CzsWorld does his a bit differently from the others. Zachary Morse is a great host with his monotone yet clearly interested voice. Speaking of, like all people when starting a channel that focuses entirely on their voice, he starts fast but slows down as time goes on. The show is clearly a work of passion. One can tell he puts a lot of research in his videos. Speaking of videos, I like to start this segment by saying, you don't know what I missed in a horror film. But Zach finds things that hardcore fans would find. Small details and Easter eggs that we all love to talk about. Regardless of whether it adds anything to the viewing experience or not, it's just fun. On a related note, I can appreciate the changes to his intro. If you want to know what blank means, then stick around to the end of this video. To his newer intros where he says the first few things you missed, followed by stick around to the end of this video. Which shows the audience that he will not drag you along, but actually tell you what the title promised, unlike other channels. Which is pretty interesting when you think about it. Because while the concept isn't the most original, it comes off as a creator who's seen the other corporate channels that report on movie Easter eggs and production details and decide to add something to the concept instead of simply repeating it. When I watched Things You Missed, I asked myself, how does someone have the time to do all this work? Same thing goes for that other series on his channel, Horror History, which I might cover on a future Paleotube video. Like, where does all that time come from? The answer is ghostwriters! Clearly Zach is stealing from other artists on the platform to increase the content output, an understandable action I'm sure we've all done. Now, my final review is, I really enjoy the series. Even his early work is good, which I can say for myself. Art. It's all art. I give it a 9 out of 10, but don't get me wrong, it's not for everyone. If you don't like the horror genre, then you're not going to like this web series. But if you're fans of channels such as Dead Meat or Crypt TV, then you're going to have a really good time. Thank you for watching this episode of the Paleotube. If you enjoyed that, then you can watch my review on Dead Meat where we go a bit more in depth of what the channel is, and also remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, and I'll see you in the next video. That is, if we both survive.